The 2026 World Cup is unlike anything we've ever seen. 3 countries, 16 cities, and stadiums so spread out, teams will literally be crossing international borders just to play a group stage game. This is the most ambitious World Cup in history, and most people have absolutely no idea where anything is actually happening. So in the next 4 minutes, I'm going to walk you through every single venue, what makes each one special, which ones are hosting the biggest games, and which city has arguably the most unfair home advantage in tournament history. The 2026 World Cup is hosted by 3 countries, the United States, Canada, and Mexico. 60 games total. And those games are spread across 16 stadiums in 16 different cities. The USA is carrying most of the weight here. 11 of the 16 venues are in the United States. Canada gets 2, Mexico gets 3. So when people say the 2026 World Cup, they mostly mean a tournament happening in America with a few games up north and down south. In Mexico, because honestly, Mexico deserves to go first. Mexico is the only country in history to host World Cup games in 3 different tournaments: 1970, 1986, and now 2026. Mexico gets 3 stadiums: Estadio Azteca in Mexico City, Estadio BBVA in Monterrey, and Estadio Akron in Guadalajara. The Azteca is the big one, capacity of nearly 87,000 people. This is the stadium where Maradona scored the hand of God, where he scored the goal of the century. The Azteca isn't just a stadium, it's a museum with a pitch inside it. In theory, playing at the Azteca should be intimidating for any team. In practice, it absolutely is now Canada. Canada gets 2 venues, BC Place in Vancouver and BMO Field in Toronto. Canada has never hosted the World Cup before, and they've only just started qualifying for them regularly. So the fact that they're co-hosting one is kind of a big deal. BC Place is a dome stadium, which means weather is not a factor in Vancouver, which rains constantly. Smart. BMO Field is smaller, one of the more intimate venues in the tournament, but Toronto is one of the most diverse cities on the planet, and when you're playing a World Cup game there, the crowd could be supporting any team on earth. Every game feels like a home game for somebody. SoFi Stadium in Los Angeles. This thing costs $5.5 billion to build. It has a translucent roof, a double-sided video screen the size of a small country, and it seats nearly 100,000 people for the World Cup. Yes, the final is in Los Angeles, and if you know anything about LA traffic, good luck getting there. MetLife Stadium in New York. Technically in New Jersey. New Yorkers will argue about this forever. It seats over 82,000 people, and it's hosting the opening match. First game of the entire tournament. That's the second biggest game you can host after the final itself. AT&T Stadium in Dallas. Jerry Jones built this place and made sure everyone knew it. It's enormous, it's flashy, and yes, it has the biggest HD screen you've ever seen at a sporting venue. Very on brand for Texas. Levi's Stadium in San Francisco, home of the 49ers. Located in Silicon Valley, which means the Wi-Fi in the parking lot is probably faster than your home broadband. Kansas City is getting its games at Arrowhead Stadium, one of the loudest venues in American football. Hard Rock Stadium in Miami. Outdoor stadium. Miami in the summer. Temperatures that will make European players genuinely question their life choices. Gillette Stadium in Boston, home of the Patriots, one of the smaller venues in the tournament. But Boston sports fans are notoriously intense, so the atmosphere should be excellent. Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia. Philly fans have a reputation. Enough said. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, one of the most beautiful stadium designs in the world. Retractable roof shaped like a camera aperture. Genuinely stunning building. Seattle's Lumen Field. This stadium is famous for being one of the loudest in the world. The noise bounces off the walls. During NFL games, it's broken actual noise records. A World Cup crowd in there? That's going to be something. And finally, Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas. A World Cup game in Vegas. The most chaotic city in America, where gambling is legal and the nightlife never stops. This is either going to be incredible or completely unhinged. Probably both. Other national teams are going to walk into stadiums holding 80,000 screaming Americans and have to perform under that pressure. Some teams thrive in hostile atmospheres. Others completely fall apart. That distinction might decide who lifts the trophy. 16 stadiums, 3 countries, 1 tournament that spans more distance than any World Cup in history. Teams might fly further between group stage games than some countries are wide. The 2026 World Cup isn't just bigger, it's genuinely structurally different. The question isn't which stadium is the best. The question is, which team is ready to perform in all of them? If you want to actually understand how the new 48-team format works and why a team could go unbeaten and still get eliminated, that video is next. Subscribe and you'll never be lost watching a tournament again.